Listeners should move towards getting off the grid, and here's a good way to do just that. A solar power generator is now available from our longtime sponsors, Solutions from Science. You get an emergency power backup kit, which consists of the power source 1800-watt generator and a high-efficiency solar panel designed to provide endless electricity. Remember, too, that gas generators need gas, but in a blackout, gas pumps can't pump gas because they run on electricity. It's the perfect emergency backup for troubled times. The government doesn't own the sun yet, folks, so make your move now. MySolarBackup.com. That's MySolarBackup.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 877-327-0365. 877-327-0365. MySolarBackup.com. You can see it on screen there at PrisonPlanet.tv for the viewers watching us right now live at PrisonPlanet.tv. I also want to tell you about another one of our fine sponsors, and that is FrontSight.com. Have you heard of the millionaire patriot, Dr. Ignatius Piazza? The founder of the FrontSight Firearms Training Institute is offering a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training to my listeners. And they don't have a lot of courses in August, folks. You better sign up now. They have more in September, but this deal won't last long. You get a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice, and you get the many days of firearms training and the 5 days of free world-class training, and you get the 30-plus state concealed weapons permit with it at about 75% off. And this is the top training course out there, and then you get the free gun on top of it. Just find out about the deal or get the free newsletter or a lot of the free training that's on their website, FrontSight.com. That's FrontSight.com, FrontSight.com, FrontSight.com. Check them out today. This is the premier firearms training above law enforcement military training levels, FrontSight.com. And lastly, my books and videos. I'm carrying a lot of new videos and books right now. Any great books I read, any great videos I see, I carry them. But then there's all my films, like the classic 3-hour film, Martial Law. You can get this film free right now at Infowars.com. An interview with Aaron Russo, Reflections and Warnings. Excellent. We're giving it away for free when you get it with the Obama Deception or some of the other films. Global Warming, Emerging Science and Understanding. Designed for showing in high school and middle school classrooms, but also suitable for all settings. Excellent, by Dr. Michael Kaufman, exposing the fraud of man-made global warming. So important. If you want to keep your house and your property, you got to engage in the info war. The feds admit they want to drug half of U.S. school children, basically forcibly. They've got 68% of foster kids on these deadly drugs. Generation RX, very well produced, award-winning film, available discounted at Infowars.com. Anthrax War, what's really going on with that government operation. Endgame Blueprint for Global Enslavement. Fabled Enemies, The Obama Deception, my biggest film ever, just out for 4 or 5 months, sending shockwaves across the world. I mean, this sucker's devastating. Own it on DVD. Again, Infowars.com. And so many other books and videos. And then don't forget, we've got to spread the word. Wear our colors openly. Find like-minded people at fairs and church and work or wherever. These ball caps. We've got new T-shirts, new ball caps in. Don't tread on me. Culpeper flag. Come and take it. Second Amendment hats. All available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. You can also write to me, Alex Jones, at 3001 South Lamar, Suite 100, Austin, Texas, 78704. We got a bunch of deals where you can get the hats for half off when you get multiple hats. So Infowars.com or 888-253-3139. Okay, didn't plug anything the first hour and a half, so we got to catch up with that or we won't exist here. All great materials, though. Thank you for your support. Okay. We're not like Obama can just come tax you and take your money and then use it against you to enslave you more. We ask for your support. We're free market here, libertarians. Let me get into this now, and then we're going to open the phones up on the financial stuff with Bob Chapman coming up in about 14 minutes. We start the next hour. U.S. buys 195 million doses of swine flu vaccine. France has bought enough to vaccinate their entire population. England has bought over 60 million doses, enough to vaccinate 90% of their population. I've got another one here out of the Daily Oklahoman today. 12 million U.S. children to be swine flu vaccine guinea pigs. Kids receive untested shots, which include ingredient linked to Gulf War syndrome. And Paul Watson's wrote a more detailed article about this up on PrisonPlanet.com. Remember, And we can also talk about this in the next hour, not just financial stuff. In fact, I want callers to call in on this subject. Remember that the regular flu kills, according to the CDC and according to the World Health Organization, 37,000 people on average every year. Sometimes it's 44,000, some years it's 30,000. But on average, just Google average flu deaths per year, they say 37,000. And that, I've talked to a lot of doctors, they say is exaggerated. You know, if some 87-year-old who's had heart problems gets the flu and they die, you know, they say died of the flu, not died of old age. But regardless, tens of thousands are getting killed by regular flu. There's 300 million people in this country. They say that, I pulled up the CDC's numbers. Some say 10 have died. Some say 19. Whatever. Let's say 100 have died in the U.S. of this flu. And in every case, they were on heart and lung machines. They'd had heart attacks. They'd had surgery. They had another secondary infection. They had cancer. They had HIV. They had AIDS. I mean, it's ridiculous. The first death was a baby on a ventilator in Houston who was already sick, taken here from Mexico months ago and put on a ventilator. Basically already dead. And so some bug got it. We've all seen people, at least if you live long enough, you know, family and friends who are basically on ventilators for months and they just turn them off. So the other deaths are all people. The second death in Texas was a woman who had all these health problems and was old and heart attacks and autoimmune diseases. When we get back, I'm going to break this down. Because what is this? They're talking about forcibly inoculating the whole Western world for something that's killed a couple hundred worldwide. What's going to happen in the fall when there's thousands of real flu deaths? I mean, this is incredible. Stay with us.